Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our Multiblock Madness series. I have just been clearing out some more room, basically just going through this village. There's no like villagers over here anymore. I think they've all been killed by the zombies and stuff. So just kind of clearing everything out. Oh, I just noticed this is floating here. Apparently there is 2 glass bottles in there. There is no more. Apparently we had a quest for that. That is pretty hilarious. Although, yeah, I guess I don't think I've actually used crates at all this playthrough now that I'm thinking about it. I really haven't. Alright, let's just stop that from running. I do have a couple more environmental controller things to stop mobs from spawning, because as I was clearing out, I kept getting attacked by zombies. So I have done that to help out. Alright, so last episode we looked at kind of new things for the particle chamber. Also, don't try to find uses for that item in the target chamber. There seems to be a bug. The world crashes. If I click on that show recipes, the world will crash. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, we got some silicon detectors, and I think today we're gonna move on. Now we're working towards strontium. That is like the next thing that we are going to need. So that. Also, we have this sodium that the quest line suggests we get for positrons. I don't know what we need those for. Is it yeah, positron. So ion source. We put the sodium 22 in there, which is 5 of those plus bioplastic. Pretty simple. But the question is, what do we use it for? I actually don't know. So what was any of these? Is it? Oh, right there. Yeah, sodium ingot. In there. The question is, how do we get 20 million to 28 million with this thing? As we know, this only gets it up to 600 something, I think. Fortunately, it doesn't show up when we're not running it. I think it's, yeah, it's like 700. So basically, we need another structure. The linear accelerator works great for those wafer things, but we're going to need a new one. And basically, from what I am seeing, it's basically like a ring. And I'm assuming this is nowhere, it's way, way bigger than this. But it's going to be like a ring, and I'm assuming, you know, the particles kind of like go around it and around it until they get up to what we need them to do. So that is what this Synchonotron thing is. Now, the one... Yeah, so the linear has difficulty getting particles above 20. We need this thing. Now, to use this Synchonotron whatever thing, we need to get the particles up to 5 million before they even get into this. So we're going to have to set up another linear thing, but a much bigger one, to get particles up to 5 million before they even get into this thing. Now, unfortunately, there is no layout, but it is rather large from what I have seen. So yeah, it can go from 11 blocks, a minimum of 11 blocks on each side. And this might be the beam thing in the middle, but maybe it's the whole structure. It's going to be, from what I'm gathering, the coil, the beam thing will be in the center coil, and then there's like a structure around it, kind of like that. So I'm not sure if the 11 is the beam particles in the middle or the actual structure on the outside, but it can go all the way up to 100. 100 blocks. Like, that is absolutely massive. if you think about that, isn't that like, that's like here. That's like 100. Is that even 100 blocks? That's not even 100 blocks. What is 100 blocks? That's like chunks. That seems crazy. Right? A chunk is 16. So 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96. I mean, that is like 6, 7 chunks. That is crazy. I don't think we're going to get that big. Or are we? No, not for this. Maybe if there's something fun to, like a really complicated thing when we're kind of done, maybe we will. But yeah, so this. Now the beam diverter and the beam splitter, that lets you change the direction. Now these things don't turn, obviously. So if I wanted to get that into this coil thing, we would have to put like a beam splitter so it could start going that way. But it does mess with the math. So it loses energy and focus. So we don't really want to do that if we don't need to. But basically, the first thing we're going to have to do is build a linear accelerator to get up to 5 million. And then we're going to build this thing. So yeah, I'm excited and a little... it is a little overwhelming because we're like, holy cow, how big is this thing going to be? The math for me is probably the most complicated. Just trying to like figure out, okay, so I need to get it up to 5 million. How big do I need to make this? How many of these RF things? What about these magnets? And then all the cooling. So that is definitely complicated, especially when we start getting into some of this crazy. These coolers get like absolutely nuts. Adjacent to one valid gold cooler and one valid prismarine. Well, the gold needs to be, you know, next to an iron. So I guess we could put a diamond one there, but then we would have to put a prismarine above it. So what does the prismarine thing have? And that needs to be next to 2 valid water coolers. So the prismarine or the diamond would go there. That would go there. Then we would have to do 2 water there. And then what is the water? But then the water needs to be next to an RF cavity. So, well, that's not going to work, is it? Because how would we get it next to that? So it is... I mean, you can get some crazy amounts of creativity with these things. But all right, enough of me talking. Let me dive kind of into this. I kind of I kind of wish I had a general idea of how big I would need to get that thing. We do have like these accelerate at 200. This one does 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. So there are bigger things. So if I need to get up to 5 million, I could do something with like 5 of these, or, you know, 2 of these plus 1 of these, or, you know, 1 of these. Now the BSSO stuff, we need the strontium. I can't do that one yet. The niobium, titanium, and stainless steel, that we can do. Although niobium's a bit of a pain. But I get it from rock hounding. So it's not like the end of the world, but it's not the most convenient. So I guess if we did like 3 rings of these, I guess. So we have 1 ring there. We have 1 ring there. If I wanted to do 3 rings of this, The problem is we need to get rid of the heat. So I need to figure that out. So that's like if I did 3 of these, that would be what? 7,000 heat? If I did 5 of these, that would be 5,000 heat. So yeah. And then maximum operating temperature is 10. Yeah, so I guess I could do 3 of these. That wouldn't be above 10,000. So, or is it 10 Kelvin? No, it'd be 10,000, wouldn't it? I don't know. Why are these higher? And then 350? I don't know. There we go. Getting confusing. All right, so let me see what I can come up with here, and I guess we will. I guess we could just build it there, go this way, and then maybe build the coil over here. Thought I was gonna go that way, but And then I'm assuming at the end of this thing we will have the strontium, which will be the target chamber. We will probably be doing this one. Now we are going to get alpha particles out of that. What are we going to use with these alpha particles? I don't know. Man, just looking at this stuff, it's like crazy. Okay, we are back. I've put together an accelerator. Pretty sure it is way too hot. But I was just kind of trying to get like a feel for the coolers and kind of learn how they need to be placed and stuff. That was the main reason I kind of built this the way I did. I used a whole bunch of different types. We got like silver and arsenic. So these need to be next to 2, and then an arsenic needs to be 2 different RF cavities. Those in there, and then we got quartz redstone, manganese gold. I also tried lead, slime, prismarine, water, and they all have, you know, the different requirements. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is too hot though. But I figured I guess we could try. Now I have set this up and just throwing some helium in here. Again, quantum tanks probably not at all needed. But I mean, at this point in the back, it's just like, not accelerator. I've been typing accelerator 50 million times, trying to get all the different components to it. Speed, energy. I think we only needed a couple, didn't we? Was it 3 or something we decided was the max? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Alright. So that is going through there, but it's coming back out pretty quick. Let's take a look at this. Alright. So that's going down, but the maximum heating is way more than what I have my cooling. So that's why I figure like maybe that's not. Oh. I don't know. Well, this is much, much hotter than the other one, so that it's not surprising that. Yeah, it's not surprising that it's going through more helium. Maybe I should, I don't even need to. I can just get helium. Here, how about 100? And I'll just dump it all in there. I just don't want this to, like, if I turn it on, I don't want it to, like, well, it doesn't do anything, does it? With the chunk saved. We kind of learned that, didn't we? But, yeah, I still want to do it right. All right. But what I have kind of learned as I've been doing all this is that in order to get strontium, we're going to need to get Neutron. So I'm going to have to get that from some way, and there's lots of different ways to do that. There is, what, 94 different recipes in here to get neutrons. But as we're looking at, like, the super the numbers that are required there. Now, I'm kind of thinking this, like both this, one of the items you need to manufacture for later products produces the neutrons, which I'm pretty sure it's this, because this also mentions the neutrons. So I'm thinking this should be the next thing we need. So basically we need the proton. Somewhere, there it is. The proton to hit the sodium. That'll give us another proton. But then we get the neutron from that. So I'm thinking that is how we're going to get the neutrons, maybe, possibly. But I need 20 million. Now, I've got this up to 10, but that's not enough, is it? Maybe I can throw it in that synchrotron thing to get it up to... Like, we'll do the hydrogen in here, get the protons out of it, send it through the accelerator, then we'll have to send this into the synchrotron accelerator, which will get it up to the 20. And then I smack it into the target chamber. Now, there's a whole nother thing when it comes to these neutrons as well, but we'll get to that. Long story short, you can't put these through the accelerator. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. But I guess I do kind of want to know if this is going to, like, freak out if I... First, let's grab a canister. Grab a trusty stone lever here. Point. So I didn't see how much this... 58,000. So it does ramp up, for sure. Do I have a thing with hydrogen in it? I don't remember. No. That's... So I need, ooh, where am I gonna... I'm actually gonna have to set up something... No, that's not, I don't have a fluid infuser with hydrogen. I could maybe do something over here. I honestly don't remember what this setup was for. What was this for? This wasn't... What was this for? I don't remember. Hydrofluoric acid? Is this sulfuric acid and... Chemical reactor. Calcium sulfate. Alright, we actually don't need any of this stuff. We set it all up downstairs. Alright. So I can actually just... Yeah, we put the fluoride in that one. Nope. Crystallizer. Don't need that. Apparently we're getting... Oh, that's the matter fabricator. I thought that looks like a quantum tank to me. All right, let me throw another fluid infuser. Did I have? No, I had an enricher. It is. Uses the this to go. Yeah, infuser. All right, so I'm not Totally nuts. We'll just put it right here, I guess. I need to clean up this little area anyway. Is that here? Oh, it's scrap going into a metafabricator. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We will do... Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. And then maybe I will... Actually, no. I'll probably... If I'm going to be doing this, you know, permanently, I'll set it up over here. But I just wanted to see what happens with this. Now, obviously we don't have any... The particles aren't going anywhere. So I just kind of wanted to see if this was going to, like, blow up or anything. Alright. The answer to that question is yes. That is indeed a problem. That's kind of funny. So, it blew up almost immediately. That's good to know. Yes, I'm not cooling enough. So, obviously the setup is not going to work. Alright. Well, that's good to know. I'll do something. I'll rearrange this, see if I can come up with a better thing. I guess I don't need 10 million. Alright, I'm actually gonna do something. This is actually gonna... Oh wait, that doesn't want to, There it goes. I was like, why doesn't it want to vein mine? That's actually gonna break a couple coolers, isn't it? That's actually gonna break... What ends if I do... I have an idea. What ends if I just do cheaper RF cavity? Let's do that, because they produce a much less. We'll just do like this one, maybe. Although that's still, I don't think... I don't know. We'll try it. Like I said, this is a lot of like trial and error and just kind of learning the mod. And I really need to learn all the coolers, the best kind of way to set these up so I can, as I build more and more of them, I don't need to keep like looking for like, I can just do it out of memory. So we'll try that. Those will be valid. It's just they're much less powerful because we're not getting up to the 20 million anyway that we're gonna need. Oops. Also, I did not craft enough of those. Dang it. At least it's pretty quick. Alright. Let's just try that. And see what it says. No, maximum heating 12. Alright, so that is interesting. What is our... Yeah, 6.4. I'm like, I can't switch this one out because then that wouldn't work. I maybe could do... I could do this one. That's 1,000 less heat, but I still don't even think that... No, it's nowhere near it. Alright, so as we can see, this is not the easiest thing in the world to figure out. For sure. So I guess back to the drawing board and see if I can figure something out. I need something that at least works that will get us above 5 is kind of what we're trying here. Okay, so we are back and I am just totally struggling trying to get this cooled down enough. And I was trying to get it up to 5 million. Now, I don't know if... I'm assuming that's we need to do that on one, and then we'll send it into this thing. But the problem is that I just can't get it cooled down enough. I did try to use the ones, the fancy RF cavities that we got from the Quest. They give 4,000, so I was trying to do 4,000 plus... Actually, I just realized I probably could have... No, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Yeah, I tried to do that, but I could not get it. I was like 1,000 cooling off the way I had it set up. So I was like, I don't know. So I dropped that. I just can't... I can't figure out how to place the what coolers to use if we're using those, like, I don't know how to get rid of 4,500 heat. And then that's not even including the magnets, those fancy magnets at it. I mean, this electromagnet gives 4,500 heat too. I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to get rid of all this heat? I think I'm missing something, but yeah, any insights on that would be amazing. All right, but I am crafting up the next bit, the synchrotron, and basically what I think we're supposed to do is heat up or accelerate the stuff to 5 million and then throw it in this synchrotron thing, and that will get us to these super high amounts. Because I'm like, and right now I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to get up to 20 million? I don't know. So I am just building this. Now these things are gonna bend the beam, so it'll go in a square, and I'm just kind of going off the wiki, the QMD wiki. So we're gonna place these beam blocks, which I need a lot more of. Thankfully, all this stuff is super easy to craft up. I've just been making recipes for everything, because I'm sure we will need to be crafting up a million more different types of coolers and all sorts. So I guess we'll do the out there, but this does need to be a ring, like that. I will do that there as the output. That's the input. And then this will be outputted into a target chamber, is what I'm assuming this is how this works. And then we need to, I think, these go like the full... like that. And then we'd put this on top. And I think that's what I could actually do. We'll bend the beam. The particles will be like, whoop, gotta go that way, kind of thing. And then we will put coolers in this thing, but again, I am struggling with these, trying to figure out the math on these coolers. Now that you can use different coolers, now that we have these electromagnetic yoke things, because now we can use like lapis and stuff. Although that makes me need to put more electromagnets. So this is the problem I'm running into. I need to cool this down, but I'm like, okay, so I need a lapis cooler. That's cool. We can place lapis cooler like 1, 2, 3, 4, but then I have to add more magnets. So I'm like, well, then that heats it up even more. And so yeah, that is kind of what I am running into. I thought maybe like, oops. I thought maybe, no, we have enough of those. Okay, I crafted up way too many of those. Yoke. I thought maybe the liquid cooler would do a bit more or something like that, but... Alright, so there's that. Let me finish crafting up. I think we'll do... I'll do this on the outside, like similar to those, I think. All right, and then I'm going to craft up a target chamber for what I think we will put the sodium thing in. Is this gonna work? Maybe I'm thinking, because we're gonna, if the proton would come out of here, the way I have this set up, maybe I want it like over here, just because. Yeah. All right. See, we're gonna shoot this proton on with 20 million, and then this proton only has like nothing. So I'm like, well, obviously, I mean, we're using energy to do this process, so this proton's not gonna have anything. I'm like, so what do I do with this proton? Um, yeah. All right. So we are gonna get, if I put a target chamber here, we're gonna get a proton or a neutron on this side. Maybe it would be better if I move it to the side so I have more room. And I'm probably going to make a bigger target chamber than the 3x3. Because I need to get this neutron way up for strontium. So, like, that needs to be 25 million if I'm doing it this way. Or it needs 15. So I need to get, when this, after this, we need to get this up to 15. And something with the cross section is what I am. I think. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, so I have gone ahead and built the rest of that. I haven't put the coolers and everything in it yet. I'm just setting up this target chamber. Now I have gone ahead and just tried a 7x7 to see how that would work, and I'm just noticing this isn't forming either. No, why aren't you forming? I probably need stuff in the thing. I thought it would form without all the things on the inside, though. Also, I haven't gotten this to be able to form either. I don't know if I missed a block somewhere. I'm gonna have to go over it again. Yeah, because this one hasn't formed either. I thought that would form. That's what I did before. Any dimensions with particle chamber on the block and particle between the particle chamber and input side. Yeah. Energy port, beam port on input mode. Yeah. Let's see what I did. Let's see why that's not particle. Particle. Right. My particle beam port. Right, that is definitely input. I'm like, I don't think we should need. That's frustrating. I don't know why that's not farming. And I don't know why this isn't forming either. I mean, I know I don't have all the detectors and stuff in there, but it should form without that, right? All right. Well, unfortunately, this has taken me so long to build these that I have kind of run out of time. I wonder if I shrink that. Would that... I don't want... No, I need a bigger one because I need more detectors. The reason I want this bigger is so I can fit more detectors in the thing. So, you know, we can do the 2 blocks away, and then we can do the Hadron ones are like 5 blocks away, so we can fit a whole bunch more of those in there. But okay, for some reason I can't get that to form, and I can't get that to form. All right, we'll come back next episode for, I guess, like part 2. And yeah, any sort of designs and stuff, absolutely would love to see, because yeah, this is... I just don't have enough time to sit here for hours trying to figure this out on my own, to be honest. That's my biggest issue. But really, really cool. But yeah. I wonder if... Okay, one last thing before we wrap up. What happens if I just connect these? I don't know if that's gonna... I think I did everything right, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would stop it from forming, at least. Ah. These things are so annoying. I don't know if I could... Yeah. I don't know if I can rotate them. Yeah, it still hasn't formed. Alright, so there's definitely something wrong with that. Definitely something wrong with this. But we'll have to sort it out next episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.